Let's go get him again.
From the house of Azzaro, they released a whole bunch of flankers to their flagship Homme release recently. Man, they were getting hyped by fragrance reviewers left and right on YouTube, right? Don't trust them. Hey, don't trust them, YouTubers. No. Well, I spoke about hot pepper just recently on my channel, right? With really a lukewarm response from your boy. Why? Because, well, there was no real chili pepper note. Azzaro keeps doing what they do. They Azzaro out fragrances. They just can't do it right. Now it's Naughty Leather's turn. Let's see if they screwed up the leather one. Let's go. Fragrance family, welcome to the Revolver channel. I'm your host, Mark. This series, Pop the Cherry. This is where I pop the cork on a full bottle purchase and give you my initial thoughts. I wore this scent on my skin as my scent of the day for a few days, including today. Now it's time to give you my thoughts before it goes into the vault for a full-fledged review. You know, I like to give fragrances some chances. Now on to our sponsor of the day, FragranceX.com. I did want to take the time to thank FragranceX for this fragrance right here, and you can get a bottle of this too on their site. Actually, they got tons of Azzaro releases on their site. Check out Fragrance X. Support me by utilizing my coupon code, which is ROBES08, my channel name. If you forget, it's the channel name. And you can punch that in their coupon section, and you get 15% off on any of your purchases, as low or as high as you'd like to do in your little cart. So let me introduce to you Naughty Leather. It is part of their Azzaro Homme lineup, and Azzaro, let's see what you got in store for me. Now let's go under the hood. Let's take a look at some stats on this one. Release date was back in 2018. Noses behind this one, two-headed monster. We have Louise Turner and Nizirin Bouazouari Grilli. Now the major notes to my nose would have to be the vanilla, the artemisia, and the leather. And the leather comes in third, and you'll see why. So time to crack this one open. It is my scent of the day today, so I have the dry down on me. But let's remind me of the introduction. Wasted a couple sprays here just for giggles. So the first thing that comes to mind is this thing's sweet. So they're obviously targeting the younger crowd with their grandpa juice, the Azzaro Homme lineup, which is interesting, but sweet. The leather comes off suede-like. So suede and spicy. So it has some kick to it. So Naughty Leather. So I bought 3 of these Azzaro Homme flankers, thinking there should be one decent one out of the bunch. YouTubers are saying it's Amber Fever. We'll see. I haven't cracked that one open yet, but it's next, actually. I gave Hot Pepper a chance recently. Now it's Naughty Leather's turn. So what does this do to me? It opens up like a watered down 1 Million by Paco Rabanne with some green nuances. That's about it. The leather in here, just like 1 Million, suede-like. There's no bite, no rough and tumble, very suede-like, and really it shares the spotlight. The leather is actually a lot more, the suede is a lot more pronounced in 1 Million than in this thing. This thing, it just doesn't throw off any leather tendencies. You know what? It gets trumped by the sweetness. The sweetness in here is playful. It really doesn't have much personality. You can say it's a vanillic sweetness, but at the same time, there's no real vanillic. It's just a Azzaro synthetic vanilla combo. It kind of angers me. The one thing that changes in the theme of 1 Million versus Naughty Leather is that the green take here, the artemisia, gives this scent, and it's fairly minor in this release. And again, I'm comparing this to 1 Million. No, the sweetness is not bubblegummy. It is very much, it's synthetic. It's just like 1 Million, but at the same time, I felt like 1 Million was tasteful in this area. This smells like a $30 fragrance. It doesn't go over and beyond what it is, honestly. So The vanilla quality in here, again, doesn't show much vanillic aspects. It's just sweetness. And there's a little cinnamon spicy kick in here that is, I don't think it's listed in the notes, but there's tons of cinnamon in here, and that's because of the correlation that I have with 1 million. Again, it doesn't have much personality to it. It really isn't, how could I say, the cinnamon in here just doesn't give its personality, I guess. With the suede-like quality, the cinnamon and the vanilla quality, this fragrance is nothing new to the designer game in the men's aisle. It really isn't. Is it a naughty leather? No. This introduction feels super familiar. That's all it is. And it will sell some units just because of that. The balance is there. I'll be honest. There's a good balance of the notes that they're there. But the quality isn't there. That's the one thing. It's missing out. And there's so much in the fragrance industry right now that copy the 1 million suede that you could find that anywhere, honestly, from any brand. Now on to the dry down of this scent, and the story doesn't change. Cinnamon spice, suede, leathery tone, and that vanillic sweetness. The sweetness, it's like a freight train, man. It runs through all the personality in this fragrance. It just runs through it and ruins all the personality. So if the suede had any personality, we really can't tell, because the primary note is the sweetness. It really is bogging down the cinnamon. Anything that is of quality in this release, if I could say, the sweetness just ruins the personality of the other notes here. The vanilla is just sweet. It's not really showing much personality, like I said in the introduction. It's a youthful blend and gravitates more towards the sweetness than the leathery tones. So naughty leather, no. Blue color, what? It should be black or brown. It just giving me a headache right now. You can tell. Like the pepper one, same thing. It's just not interesting. It's not unique. It's okay. Like, it's a bargain bin fragrance. That's what it is. Azzaro keeps Azzaroing. Let's get into the Revolver before I start ramping up. So Revolver, let's take a look at seasons, day, night, versatility, and performance. Seasons, this is fall, spring, night, winter. Versatility, day or night, I would have to say nighttime more than anything. These type of scents are more for younger teens, early 20s that want to go on date nights, things like that. Versatility is fairly average on this release, like any other release that has like a sweet suede-like leather. Performance, longevity, again, this is something that you want to find from a fragrance like this. There's so many of them out there that do push. This one does not. Longevity is 4 to 7 hours, a little light, and projection was below average. So again, Azzaro comes down a notch. So you're really going with these releases, and that's what I'm seeing from at least the chili pepper one and the leather one, is that you're getting cheaper versions of fragrances that are out there, and they're not performing. And the fake hype, man, on YouTube on these releases, and I don't know, I know these ones are not the ones that were per se hyped. I think it was the mint one and the amber one. I'll get to those, but that one, So my final thoughts on Naughty Leather, and I already tell that this is a bad review. You know, I feel bad for Azzaro for my channel, and it's not that I do affect their sales or anything like that, but maybe I should review Azzaro Put On the original, because that is a positive fragrance review, and just give them some love. But let's get into Naughty Leather and my honest thoughts. I'm not here to sell you some bottles of Naughty Leather. Overall, just like Hot Pepper, Naughty Leather disappoints. In Hot Pepper, they didn't show the chili pepper note, more of a black pepper, even with a little bit of pink pepper in there to give the scent a kick. You know, they kind of faked it. Fake it till you make it. Here, they didn't replace the leather. No, but the leather is just a suede-like leather. It's not naughty. It doesn't have any thorns. It's overshadowed by the sweetness. It's sweet leather, basically. Sweet suede. That has a nice ring to it. Why don't you call it sweet suede? It's not marketable enough, of course. This was made to sell, to be honest, and it does not show a true leathery blend. So if you're looking for rough and tumble leather, you're not going to get it here. Personally, I think 1 Million has done this theme, Paco Rabanne, and perfected it. Honestly, get the gold bullion. I don't care if it looks tacky on your dresser, but saying that you're wearing a fragrance that's called Naughty Leather, It's just as tacky. So there's no need for this one. This isn't your dense dark leather note, hence the name. It's more suede-like. For the price, it's okay. I know it's going to be a bargain bin release. It's probably going to get discontinued. It's something that didn't catch on. I don't think the sales have been pretty good for these. So it's not a huge win here. And something like this, Azzaro, like the marketing was nice. It got YouTubers excited, but that's about it. Not a huge win. I won't reach for this that much. This is pretty much one of those fragrances I think I'm going to test, and then it's going to start collecting dust in my collection. There's better on the market, and the theme itself isn't new. So those are my reasons why I don't think this thing is valid. I don't like it. On to the Amber Fever, I guess. That one got a hype, so we'll see what I think about that one. It is next to be cherry popped. So Naughty Leather from Azzaro. I'm done with you now. Time for you to go over there and start getting reviewed. So I'm going to test it more into these Canadian winters and spring coming up. But it's time for you guys to hit us up in the comments below. What do you think about Naughty Leather? What do you think of this whole line from Azzaro? What was this this line? I don't know. I look forward to reading your comments. Good, bad, and the ugly. Again, you can disagree with me. There's nothing wrong with that. You can tell me that this is one of the best fragrances that you ever smelt. Awesome. And that's not what I'm here for, is to bash your favorite fragrance. Is to pre-warn people that have the same nose as me. Probably move on. And give them some honest feedback on a release. Not here to sell any bottles for you guys. So that's it. Now that I'm done with this, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your leather-based fragrance wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.